Hello. This is episode 2 of the podcast. What?
Yep, it's the second episode. I am Zach,
Sorry, I had to
and
clear my throat for a second. I'm Owen.
today we thought we already mentioned this on the 0th episode. And
Please don't listen to that. It's garbage.
yeah, don't. And besides, you'll only have access to the 0th episode if you're on Spotify. You don't have access to it on the second channel. You just don't.
Yeah, it's
You just,
not.
You just don't. But today we're just gonna talk about like some childhood experiences and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where the heck to start even.
I'll start. I will start about that.
Yeah, just about anything or about like,
just about like anything that happens.
Just anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah, you start. Oh, and also don't mind if I'm eating goldfish throughout this recording because I just love
you're
goldfish.
gonna be eating goldfish throughout the whole entire thing.
No, probably only when I'm talking or when we're both talking. I won't do it while you're talking.
Oh, all right. So,
all right, go ahead.
I was on the bus, and I don't remember when this was or like around when this was, but I remember it was in elementary school. It was like maybe like first, second grade, and there was this kid on the bus, and I'm not going to mention his name, of course, but like, he was new on the bus, and I sat down and I talked with him for a little bit, and he was really nice. We were like getting to know each other a little bit, and then he like, I guess like he like spits something into my hand.
Oh.
And it was pink. And I was like, whoa.
This
like,
was bubblegum, wasn't it?
What is this pink liquid that you spit into my hand? And I smelled it, and it smelled like barf. He barfed into my hand.
Okay, either he ate...
decided, when you have that, when that, like, there's just that littlest, tiniest bit of stomach acid comes up?
Yeah.
It was that, but he didn't swallow it back down. He, like, spit it into my hand. I told the teacher, and the
bus driver, yeah.
The bus aide, and she came over and she yelled at him. She was like, "Why? Why would you do this?" And he was like, I had to throw up." And she was like, "So you did it in his hand?" What the?
Okay.
And I've hated him ever since. I've asked him. I asked him once about it, and he said he didn't remember it. And his friend, who wasn't even there, said that he had never done that at all. You weren't even, like, he wasn't even there.
So, I mean, you know what? I bet he did prior to this incident. He probably either chewed a bunch of bubblegum or he just swallowed a bunch of Pepto-Bismol.
Maybe. I don't know why it's think.
I love the taste of Pepto-Bismol.
That's weird. Well, it's not that weird. Well, have you seen the new Pepto-Bismol commercial where it's like they're just like singing?
I thought we said we weren't cross-promoting.
No, but like, have you seen the new commercial where they're like, they're singing about Pepto-Bismol, and they're like, the Pepto-Bismol jingle?
Yeah, I saw it.
Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. So he goes, they turned it into like a boy band song. Yeah. And at the very end, this guy with this heavenly voice just hands a Pepto-Bismol bottle to this guy in his car while singing diarrhea in the most heavenly voice I've ever heard.
So Michael Bublé was paid to sing the word.
No, it wasn't Michael Bublé.
I know, but like just hypothetical, like the vocal equivalent of Michael Bublé got paid to sing diarrhea in a commercial.
Yup.
Okay, I guess it's my turn to tell a childhood story. You know what? Yeah, let's do the same. Okay, yeah, let's do this. How about every other astrological podcast episode, I tell a story about bee stings.
Oh, the bee stings.
Oh,
I've heard
yeah, the
all of
bee
these.
sting.
I've heard all of these. Every single one.
Yeah, I guess I'll just do, I'll do sting, just because this is the first time I'll tell a bee sting story, I'm going to save the best for last. I'm going to start with the very first one, all the way back in 2014, 2015. I know it was before my sister was born. But so we were walking out our local, it was like, I mean, I'm not going to say the name of the store, because, this is a podcast. But we were walking out of our local, like, toy / nursery / baby stuff store. And we were just walking out, and there were stairs. On the stairs, there was a rail, and I'm running my hand across it, my left hand across it. And a bee just flies on to, like, right between my thumb and my index finger. And this was the first time I got stung by a bee, so, like, I didn't know what to even. So, I mean, first natural response was to just shake it off my hand. But, that doesn't work to people who are more experienced, which I wasn't at the time. And it just stung me. And it hurt so bad that we went back into the store, and they gave us an ice pack, and we went to go eat ice cream immediately after. And I bragged to all my first grade friends, which I almost had none the next day. Yeah, I bragged.
Why would you brag?
I was like, yo, look at this. I got a bee sting. It's cool, huh?
I got a bee sting. I'm such a bad boy. I got a bee sting. Oh my god. I got a wasp sting once. I was,
Oh, is this actually? Oh, I thought you were, okay, yeah, okay, go ahead. I thought you were
Yeah, you know those model rockets?
Yeah.
That, I promise this is related to the story. I'm not just going off on
Yeah. I actually...
But, like those model rockets that you launch, and like, so I had one of those, and it was like super old, and you had to like insert a key into it and then press a button, and it was really fun. And it had a little parachute, and it shot up like super high. And so one day we were going to this just big open field to launch the rocket, and like right after we had launched it for maybe like the second time, I went over to like this fence, and you know those fences, those things, those yellow tube like things that they put on top of the fences?
Yeah.
That are like wavy.
Uh-huh.
So I was running my finger across one of those, and...
Why would you do that?
Because it's fun. It's fun to go... And at the very end, inside of the tube was a wasp nest. So I was running, and as soon as I got to the end, I got stung like maybe 2-3 times. So I ran away.
My favorite country, Iran.
Oh my god.
It's pronounced Iran, but I don't care.
So I ran back to the truck, and we didn't have any ice packs, and we were nowhere near a store because we were in this like big open field. So I was stung on like the forehead, I think, and we used a cold soda can to like, so I just had a cold soda can on my head, and I was with friends, and they were like super sad that they had to leave, and I think they were a little bit mad at me for getting stung.
And it was all because of you.
It was all because of me. They had to leave.
You disappoint me. You got stung by a bee, and it was all your fault.
It was all your fault. You know that wasp nest that you couldn't see at all? Yeah.
It was all your fault.
It was your fault.
You didn't see it. I mean, technically it was you didn't. I mean, technically, it was your fault. You didn't see it, but like, you need to look more.
I need to look more.
Yes, you need to look
I
more.
need to, every time I run my fingers across one of those tubey things, I need to inspect it. I need to look all the way down one of the ends and then all the way down the other end. And then we're good to go.
Okay, childhood story, out of the whole topic of the bees, see, I'm trying to think of a good one. Oh my gosh, yeah, oh my god, yes. So, yeah, somebody's gonna make a compilation of Astrological, the podcast, out of context. So what happened was, I was going over to this I forget where it was exactly, but it was like a I don't know how to explain it. It was like a waterfall, right? It's like a waterfall. This is probably the most obscure
Yeah.
memory I've had. So it was like a waterfall. No, I think it was. Yeah, I know what fall it was now, but I'm not going to say what it is because podcast. But yeah, we went to the falls, and immediately right next to it was a church. We go inside of the church, and we walk right out, and that's about it.
You're not even going to tell about how you got a bee sting?
No, there was no bee sting involved with this one. But this was just a random memory that I had. It just falls.
We went into the church,
walk into
and
the
then
church
we
and
walked
walk
out.
back out. Yeah.
Can you tell, like, better stories?
And then I jumped into the waterfall.
What the heck?
No, I didn't.
We went into the church, and then we walked out. What the heck? It's like the worst memory.
Okay, I do actually have a good memory. It's actually a nightmare, but you do your thing first, because you is you.
So, you remember when we went to daycare together?
Yep. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, you're not gonna say it. Because we're just gonna say
It was
the daycare. It was somebody's house.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they still have that daycare going on.
Yeah, but
Surprisingly.
like the staff
Yeah.
got like cut most of it, and it's just Marcia now.
Yeah. Who names their child Tanya?
Tanya was so nice.
Tanya.
I'm getting off track.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
You've probably heard this story before,
Maybe.
but I was on the swings.
Okay.
I was on the swings. I was having a great time, and it was one of those like crappy swings, and this was like a very old playground, and I think like the only playground equipment was like a swing set.
Mm-hmm.
And there was, so I'm swinging, and I'm like I'm like in the middle of a swing, and then the chains at the top break off.
Oh.
And I go flying, and I'm flying through the air.
I could only imagine this.
I fall, and I all of my like some of my I broke my fall with like some of my knee, but most of it went into my right pinky finger.
Oh.
And like
that's always one of the worst places to get hurt.
It was so bad. Like that instead of like the bone breaking, just from like the impact, I mean, like just from like the rapid bending, the skin broke.
Oh.
From like the bend.
But like what part of the skin?
Like the knuckle.
Oh no.
Like, I mean, it was just like the top layer, but still, like, the top layer of my skin broke because it was bent.
Just because of the fact it was bent.
Just because it was bent too fast.
Well, I mean, I can see why that, I can see how that's plausible, but that's kind of weird.
I know, it's so weird. To this day, I don't know if it was actually because it bent or if I hit something with my knuckle.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you might have. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I will tell another story about that same daycare in a second, but first I'm going to tell you about this nightmare that I've had ever since I was a baby, up until
Oh
I was
no,
about
is it
11 or 12. Yeah, it's the,
it's that
yup,
one. It's
yup,
that one. I know
yup,
about this one. Okay.
yup. Okay, so I'm gonna okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. Okay. Imagine.
Stop! That's so weird.
Okay.
Please don't do that.
Okay, I'll just do it regular then. I was gonna do it like ASMR kind of thing. Okay. Imagine you're in your bed, right?
Yeah,
And
I'm in my bed.
usually you imagine that your TV should be on. It's like a 2000s wooden giant box TV.
I don't have a TV. 2000s wooden TV?
Yeah, like back then
I
the
don't think
TVs.
wooden TVs were manufactured anymore in the 2000s. I think that was like in the 1900s. Mainly
But
like
you know
the
what? No,
60s.
no, the screens were like concave, or you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
the
You know what I mean.
screens
Okay,
were,
yeah,
it was like a CRT
yeah.
type.
Okay, you know what I mean. So the TV would usually be on, but in this instance, either the TV's on and it just shuts off randomly, or it's just off. You wake up, the next thing you know, bam, a moon is on the TV. And a specific moon. I don't know why,
A
but
specific
it
moon?
yes. I mean, I honestly don't know if you remember this, if any of you would be too old to remember this, but there was an episode of Dora the Explorer. there was an episode about a star who was trying to find the moon again. That was the moon. It's basically just a moon with Dora's face on it. And in the original cartoon, it was white, but on the TV, it was like a cream yellowish color. So, yeah, just imagine that.
Like an
Dark room.
eggnoggy kind of
Yeah, like
color?
an eggnoggy color. So, like, imagine dark room, your TV's off, and that's just on your TV screen.
Wait, but the TV's off?
Yes.
I don't
And
remember the TV being off. I thought it was on.
so
How
I
is it
said
off
it
and
was
then
off.
how is it off and then it's showing the moon though? Is
That's
it like
the reason why it's scary.
okay, all right.
And then not only that, but there, like, if you move even a muscle, if you speak one little peep, if anything comes out of your mouth, if you move even a slight muscle, that moon's gonna eat you right up. Like, it's just gonna
Excuse me?
devour you. Yes. The moon eats you.
The moon eats you.
Yes, it eats you.
It eats you.
It eats you.
How many teeth does it have?
None. Like,
No
you're
teeth,
just,
just like opens
like, it
up.
just vacuums you. No, it vacuums you into your mouth.
Oh, oh my god. That's so weird.
And keep in mind, this has been going on for at least 7 or 8 years.
In one of
And
them, didn't you like manage to escape?
that was the next thing I was going to move on to. There were ways that I could avoid. There were some weird things that would happen sometimes in these nightmares. Either one, it shows up I just fall back asleep. Absolutely nothing. I just fall asleep. And then, or 2, I escape fast enough so that the moon doesn't show up. And usually it's the last second that I escape. And then one specific one, so this was back when I lived in a house with a first floor, a basement, and a second floor attic. And so I'm sleeping in the second floor attic. The moon is there, and I run as quickly as I can. The moon is actually physically following me.
Oh my god.
And then I jump down the stairs.
You jump
I
like
literally
no steps?
I jump all the
Oh my god.
face first into the floor, and my mom is in the living room, and I just hug her, and I wake up still in my attic room, and that's, yeah. Like, there are some,
my god.
yeah, there are some really, really weird instances with this moon nightmare. Okay, now it's your turn.
The moon. Oh, okay.
The moon.
I don't really.
Yeah, I can't top that.
What do I? Let me think. Childhood stories.
Do 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 do.
That's not helping at all. Childhood stories. Oh my god.
Here, let me give you some nostalgic things so you might remember. Winnie the Pooh. Tigger and Pooh.
No.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Handy
No.
Manny. Barney the Dinosaur.
I have a super short one.
Okay, go.
That doesn't make any sense, but I'll go for it.
Okay, go.
Whatever.
All right. Hey, I did a short one, so.
I had this DVD. I don't remember what it was, like what the DVD was even. But the DVD like had like a bunch of commercials in the beginning. And one of the commercials was for a show called, well, it was for a movie that was like a spin-off movie of a show. And it was called the show was called Roly Poly Oly.
Oh.
And the movie was called The Great Defender of Fun.
Huh.
Roly Poly Oly, The Great Defender of Fun. And there was this guy. And back then, I just want to let you know that I thought I had invented the word gluteus maximus.
You did not.
I thought I did, though.
I always thought it was Bootius Maximus for a while. I was a dumb child.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, I thought I had invented that word.
Bootius.
And first time watching that DVD, I was like, all right, we got it. Like, this looks horrible. I'm not ever going to watch this. And I never did. But then the main villain of the movie came on screen, and his name
was Bootius Maximus.
His name was Gloomius Maximus, the number one enemy of fun. And I'm like, how did they stole my word? They stole my word. And I used to get so mad whenever I used to skip over that commercial.
Oh.
And I was a weird kid. I watched the commercials.
Why?
Because they were fun. I don't know. I liked to watch the commercials on the DVDs.
Was this like a Disney DVD? Because usually if it's a Disney DVD, you 2000s kids would know this. There's this thing called Disney's Disney Fast Play.
I used to
freaking Disney Fast Play.
panic so bad when that came on. I was like, where is the remote?
Yes.
Like, every time we got a new DVD, I didn't know if it had been enhanced with Disney's Fast Play. That voiceover gave me like every time I hear that voiceover, I start rapidly like looking around.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, this DVD has been enhanced with Disney's Fast Play.
Where's the remote? Where's the remote? Where's the remote?
Where's the remote? Like, it was so panic-inducing for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Like, my God.
Yeah. Okay. So I do have another story about this daycare. Well, you told the story. Yeah. I can't talk. So this is a story also about this snazzy little cozy daycare we had, and so we had a bunch of like small like pedal automobiles, and there was one that was a fire truck. And I know you don't remember, but I don't know. We talked about this before. I know you definitely don't remember this, but I clearly do. You always wanted to be in the fire truck, and whenever we were playing around, you'd be in the fire truck. I'm outside of the fire truck waiting for my turn. You would always just point at me and yell, "Fire!"
That does sound like something I would do.
Owen,
Just
can I have
not
my
give
turn
somebody
now?
their turn with something
Fire!
just not give somebody like their turn with something they wanted, and then while I'm using it, I like point at them and yell at them.
And there was another part of this that I remember. Tanya, one of the counselors, she comes over. Well, actually, I call her and I told on you, quote unquote. That's actually what you said. And
you told on me? Oh my God!
Yes, I did.
Kai, you told on me. What the heck?
Hey,
I thought we were friends.
This was 2011. I'm
you know
pretty
what?
sure.
Astrological is over, Kai. I can't. No.
Okay, but then Tanya comes over, and I'm like, Owen won't give me a turn. And so then
Owen
Tanya
won't
goes,
give me a toy. I'm sorry.
So Tanya goes, one more minute with it. And then I just say, one. Okay, it's my turn now. And she
That's not how
accepted
minutes
that.
work, Kai.
And she lifted you out of the fire truck.
God,
I got in with full excitement. I got in with full excitement, and it was totally not worth it. It was totally not worth telling on you and counting for 1 minute and Tanya pulling you out of the truck. It really was not worth it.
And you just ride around slowly, and the motor's just like that sad.
And then I was the one saying fire to you.
The sad little motors in the fire truck.
In the Beningi. Okay. And also there was like a little bell on it that you could ring. I actually stole that bell. I stole that bell.
Why?
I don't think I still have it, but I did hoard a bunch of things from the past, and surprisingly, them.
Huh. Oh my God.
Okay, your turn.
Do you remember those little thunder shakers that we made?
Yes.
I think I still have mine.
I mean, I have an actual
no, I don't still have mine.
I mean, I have an actual thunder shaker, that professional percussionists use. It's over at my grandpa's house. Maybe we should record an episode at my grandpa's house and I can play it for you.
Maybe, I don't know. But
And that's just one of the more than 37 instruments I can play.
stop. Okay. Anyways,
Okay, go ahead. Tell your story.
I remember we used to play this game. This was also in the daycare, by the way.
Yeah.
I remember we used to play this game that was like pirates and
Yeah, I remember
wolves or
that.
something. I don't know.
It was something like that.
But it was something like that. And
Something like
we
that.
would run around in it like a circle. And
Mm-hmm.
the person who was like one of the counselors would like be in a chair, and every time one of us would come by, they'd try to catch us.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was running and I tripped on something.
How dare you?
I tripped on something and I fell and I got this huge like gash. I mean, it wasn't a huge gash. Maybe it was like a little scrape, and then like some of the little blood droplets got like mixed around a little bit from like the fall. And
Oh.
like the blood, like there was a little bit of blood, but it got like smeared a little bit because I had scraped it.
Oh.
And I remember sitting down, and then I just like I was crying, and I know it was just like a little like just a little bit, but in my like little 2-3-year-old mind, it was this huge gash. It was this huge chunk of my knee that had been lobbed off. And to me, like one of the reflections, like I saw a reflection and I panicked because I thought it was a bone. And
Oh.
the bones
I could
aren't
see.
that high up.
I
Like,
mean, I could see how that would be incredibly like shock inducing for a 4-year-old.
yeah, like it was really crazy. But I just got like I got a band-aid on it, and then like I was fine the rest of the day. I just like I was fine.
You were fine.
I was great.
I was great. I have a huge giant gash in my arm, but I'm on my leg, but I'm great.
I'm good. I'm doing amazing.
Yes, you're doing amazing. Okay.
I'm doing awesome.
So I clearly remember my last day at that daycare.
I
Um, it was my last time singing the "Sit on the Carpet" song. Remember, it was just like sit on the carpet, sit on the carpet, eat animal crackers and sit on the carpet. It was something like
no.
that.
I
But
hated those animal crackers. Those animal crackers were trash.
so I clearly remember the last day. It was, I think there was a saying, the last time you could be out under Cottonwood is when you were halfway through being 5 years old. And so it was like June-ish. It was June-ish. And it was like my half birthday, my half fifth birthday. And so we sat around this table, and there were like a bunch of cupcakes, and everyone was singing "For He Is a Jolly Good Fellow." And
What?
yeah, like I clearly remember
Was
all of you
I
were just,
there?
yeah, you were there.
I do not remember that in the
You
slightest.
don't remember any of this. But yeah,
No.
it was the last time, and everybody around you and me were just singing, "For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's etc. etc." But like that was like me being 5, I couldn't process the fact that was the last time. I didn't know that was the last time. I just thought that was something they did for the 5-year-olds. And I was like, go to am I gonna go to the daycare today? And like the next day after that, my mom was like, that was your last day. And then I cried for the rest of the afternoon.
I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, and I mean, do you remember the days where I wasn't there? Because I'm a year older than you,
No,
and
I'm not.
you don't remember days without me.
Nope.
I was gonna ask you, like, what was it like without me? Was it less autistic?
Oh, what the?
I mean, I don't know. There could have been some other autistic kids over there besides me.
Don't say that.
Hey, I'm autistic.
But still, that's so weird. I do remember, you know that, you know Beetlejuice, right? You
Yeah,
definitely
I
know
know
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice. Yeah.
So, in the movie, there was this scene where they were digging,
Is this childhood
and
story?
yeah,
Okay.
there was this scene where they were like digging into like the ground of this like in front of his grave, and
Hmm.
he was like under it, and he was like reading the newspaper, and
I prefer the musical. The musical's a lot better.
no, it's not. Yeah,
How
you know what?
dare
I
you?
haven't seen the musical, so
Yeah, so you wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. But
I think it's reopening in April, so we could go.
yeah, you know that you remember the never mind. So, anyways,
As you were
I
saying?
I was like I had watched this movie and they were like digging, and he was like reading the newspaper, and he's just like reading the newspaper in his coffin underground. And his coffin was like a whole living room somehow.
I, f- I like frankly remember that.
Frankly, I think you mean vaguely.
Va- like I frankly remember that.
Frankly, I remember that.
Remember Franklin the turtle?
Oh my! He was. He makes me angry for no reason. Um. Anyways, so I watched that scene in the movie, and I went to the daycare, and I think I don't remember her name, but she had like red hair that was in pigtails. Do you remember her?
Was this a child or an adult?
As a child,
Uh
and she
oh,
had
that
like
was Penny.
freckles.
That was Penny.
It was Penny. It was
That was
Penny.
Penny. Yep.
That was Penny. And
Hmm.
so imagine she's like listening to this right now, and she's just like, okay.
Penny,
So
if you're out there,
hello, hi, it's me, Owen from daycare.
and it's me, Kai,
From daycare,
or
we have
Zach, as I'm
podcasts.
known now.
Yep.
Yeah, we have podcast.
So, anyways,
We're not just telling stories. We're also making podcasts.
yes. So I just started like digging, like and I told her, she came along and she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm digging to find Beetlejuice." And we got like a good dent in the ground.
You actually thought you could find Beetlejuice.
Yes, I did. And for some reason I wanted to. Like, what? He's a horrible person, and he's a pervert and a
I mean,
pedophile.
yeah.
Like,
Why would...
why would I want to find that man? Like, oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Are you done with that story, or there's more?
There's no more. No.
Okay. So story, I'm just going to warn you, this does contain a little bit of vomiting, because, as kids, we all have our vomiting moments.
We all have our vomiting moments.
Yup. Okay, and I clearly remember this. So, I'm in my room. This was the days before the second floor attic. We lived at, like, this creek with, like, apartments and stuff. I was sitting in my room, and I'm watching The Wiggles on the TV, and I was sick that day, and so I had, like, a pancake mixer bowl, a pancake mixer bowl. I had a mixing bowl in my hand, and I just vomit in it.
Oh, yes!
And then...
I don't know why I got so excited about that.
Oh my god, my friend
just vomited in
That's
this
so
mixing
exciting.
bowl. Oh, yes, yes! Yes!
But the weird thing was, after I did that, I look in it, and they look like tiny watermelon slices. I reach into the bowl.
Did you drink it?
I reach into the bowl.
No! No!
Pick one of the little watermelon slices of puke up.
Stop!
And with my little grabby, stupid 3-year-old hands, put it into my mouth.
No!
I spit it back out into the bowl and eat it again.
What the heck? Why? If you
I am a dumb baby.
You were so dumb. You still are.
Oh yeah, I was a gross baby.
I mean, I was pretty gross too, but at least I didn't pick up a chunk of my barf and then eat it and then spit it out and then eat it again.
Did you eat your own boogers?
No.
Are you lying?
No, I literally had a book called Don't Eat Your Boogers.
Damn it, that's what I did. Okay, story, go.
So, another daycare story. There's a lot of stories.
There are a lot.
I'm just there, and I'm at the.
You're just there.
I'm on like the, so you remember like the layout of everything? Like there was the yard, and then there was like this
a little
part.
Yeah.
And then there was like this.
To me, it was like a mountain with a jungle in it. There was I remember there was, so from farthest to nearest to the driveway, there was the playground, which is just a set of swings, like a field in the middle, and then on the other side... The field
gave me so many rashes.
Yep, and then, I remember there were like wild raspberries in there. I love them. That's what I do all day.
There were chives too.
Yep, and so and then right in the middle, there was like, it was just like a little, with some plants in it. To me, it was a giant forest. And then there was like a shed with a bunch of like small toy cars and bikes and whatnot. And then there was the actual building itself, and then the hill.
Yeah, you know that hill that the grown-ups came down to like pick you up?
Yeah.
And there was like a door entering the house onto near that hill. So I was at the bottom of that hill.
Yeah.
And I was with some guy. I don't know who it was. But it was one of my friends. And we started like, I don't know what brought it up, but we started arguing about what color blood was. And I was like,
I can see where this is going.
And I was like, yeah, it's just like, it's red. It's red all the time. And the kid was like, no, it's blue. inside of you.
That was me.
That was you?
That was me.
That was you?
That was me.
Oh my god,
that was
you.
me.
That was you.
That
You
was
like,
me.
oh, you were like, nope, it's blue.
That also just proves I'm a dumb baby.
Then when it gets cut, the sunlight hits it and it turns red. Nope. And we just kind of like met. We just kind of like never talked about it ever again. I didn't know that was you. Oh my god.
Speaking of, I mean, I think this was a couple of days. This was like a couple of days or weeks after that. This story actually coincidentally includes the matter of blood. And if you know me, if you're listening to this podcast and you know me really well, you'd know this. I don't believe I told you. I may or may not have, Owen, but maybe I did. So
let's see. I know
so
this.
yeah. And this was also back in the days where I was vomiting little watermelons.
Oh
and
my
so,
god.
Okay, so it was a giant, like, it wasn't like one building of apartments. It was like four apartments, and then like backyard, 4 apartments, backyard, 4 apartments, backyard. And so, but so
it's kind of
right
like
out,
how your house is. It's kind of like how your house is now.
Yeah, somewhat. I'd say somewhat.
Like a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, right outside our door, we have like a set of stairs, and we have like 2 hills. Well, actually, it was just one big hill, and it was divided into 2 hills by stairs, and those stairs led up to like the parking lot. And me and my brother, we like to roll down those hills a lot. And so keep in mind, this set of stairs that divided the hills was made of cement. And so
no!
I did, didn't I? I told you this story, didn't I?
You did not tell me this story, but I can
I did.
tell where it's going.
Oh, okay. Alrighty then. Sit back and enjoy. So
I'm very much back.
And so I'm rolling down the hill. He's rolling down the other side of the hill. His head, he goes down like a solid trajectory, and then like a turns of his body later. He rolls to like a 45-degree angle. His head is going towards the cement stairs, and his head cracked open. And he wasn't crying at all. Like,
what the
at all. And like, I bet my parents were just so like so confused. Like, this is what they heard. They were just like, Mommy, I can see Tony's brain.
Oh my god.
like
Could you see Tony's brain?
No, I could not see Anthony's brain. But like, there was a giant gash.
Ugh.
Just missing. Like, I don't know if he remembers that. I should have asked him that. He was at my house. I should have asked him that. If he remembered that. But that was, like, I didn't know like what it meant to have an injury. And the closest thing I've ever had to an injury was a cavity. I'll probably tell that story later. But yeah, Anthony's head was cracked open.
Okay. So this story like kind of segues into after I got out of the daycare. And I was going into kindergarten, and it was like my first day of school, and everything was going like super great, and we like, what was that? What was that noise? Oh, what the heck? What the heck was that? Okay, so we took a nap and I actually fell asleep somehow.
Oh, nap times are so much fun.
Nap times were not. I hated them so much. And I have never fallen asleep in a nap time.
Middle school should have downtime.
It should. But like, so we got like, we got a nap time and I fell asleep and I woke up and we were having a fun time and the teacher had like a discussion with us and I don't know what I did, but I did something that she was like, oh, and go to the timeout corner. And I went to the timeout corner and my little 5-year-old brain was like, let's make it more convenient. Let's make it an easier route. Instead of walking around the table, what if I just kind of like climbed over it? So I climbed over the table and she was like, Owen, walk around it like a normal person and stop climbing over the table like an old lady. And that's what made me hate school. So thanks, kindergarten teacher.
Okay.
Be proud.
Yeah. Okay. And then this.
Even like an old ladies can't even crawl over tables. It still affects me to this day.
Okay. This next story. Actually, I told you this one, and so there's a common thing, with autistic people that usually they have like a phase where they're like really, really into one topic, and if you know me, you definitely know I completely delved into music. And then there's just always this one period where I'm always into something else. And then another period when I'm into something else. Another period I'm into something else. And it all just keeps going. That one period, this was first grade, and I was into butterflies at that time. Like, really into butterflies. I knew everything about them, how they were born, caterpillars, chrysalis, butterfly, meniscus.
Meniscus?
Meniscus.
That's a scientific term that means like the way water clings to the side of a cylindrical object.
Nabiscus.
Meniscus? What does that have to do with butterflies?
Sorry, nabiscus.
I don't know what a hibiscus is.
Okay.
It sounds yummy.
So, and so this was first grade, and so my teacher, Miss DeFore. What kind of name is Miss DeFore?
Miss DeFore.
Miss DeFore. So she excuses all the kids out to go to recess, except for me. She sits me down at the timeout chair.
Uh-oh.
And she just, like, takes a knee. It's just like, no more butterfly books. No more butterfly books. No more. And, like, so we would, like, rent out, like, borrow books from the school library. And almost every week, I'd buy the same butterfly books. And they would always be on the library bookshelf. And she said, no more getting butterfly books.
That's stupid.
And I was just so attached to butterflies at the time. And, you know, me being me, knowing that all adults are correct and you should 100% trust them, I did the exact opposite and got more butterfly books anyway.
Oh my god!
I'm a bad boy!
You're a rebel. Goodness.
I was. But, like, she had to sit me in the timeout chair for that? Just to tell me...
No more butterfly book. That's stupid.
And I did nothing prior to this. Like,
Why?
I didn't punch anybody.
I didn't punch anybody with the butterfly books. I didn't, like...
Like, I didn't punch anybody. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't get in trouble or anything.
Like, I just read my
She just sat
butterfly
me down.
books peacefully in the corner with no friends. God.
Actually, I did have one friend. His name was Zaman. He's in Texas
Was he into
now.
butterflies, too?
No. But we always had these weird inside jokes at kindergarten. I don't know why. But that was just stupid. Like, if I had the opportunity to meet Miss DeFore again, I have no idea where she is. She has left the district for, like, 10 years now.
Probably just would have said, like, hey, Miss DeFore.
Why'd you do that?
No more...
Wait, no, Miss DeFore.
Whatever you like the most now. What is she... Let's just assume that she likes art.
Yeah, Miss DeFore.
She really likes art. You just go up to her and be like, hey, Ms. DeFore.
No more Van Gogh. Sit in that chair,
please. Take a knee. No more art.
No more Van Gogh. You ain't looking at no more Van Gogh.
Not nothing.
You did absolutely nothing to affect my life except not have me read butterfly books for that one time in first grade. But for still, that, no more
snippet
art.
of my life. But I am going to ruin yours.
You get no more art museums. You have no right to go to art museums anymore.
Like, oh my god.
But yeah, that was Miss DeFore for you.
Okay.
Miss DeForia.
I got a really good one that I'm saving for like the last. Like the last, like the very, like actually the very last one. So should I say it? Because we're a little over.
No. Do one more. I have one more story, and then you can do the last one.
Okay.
And we can always just make a second episode of childhood stories.
Let me think. What other stories do I have?
Bad teachers. Bad after-school counselors.
Oh my god. No, that's racist.
That is not racist.
No, I had like... Ooh. That is not good to do.
What? Spit it out.
That was not good of me to do. Okay. Just know that I was little. I was in first grade.
Okay.
At this time. So, in the era where our, like, first grade teacher was, reading us Charlotte's Web.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that book so much.
Why? Because the spider dies?
No, I really don't like that book. Does the pig die too?
No.
Okay.
You should have known that!
Well, I'm getting to why I don't know that. Okay. So, instead of listening, I would just, like, go off to the sink and then crumple up like a paper towel, and then I'd run it under some water, and it would look like a rose was blooming in my hand, and I called it a kamachi. I just called it a kamachi.
And this has to do with hating Charlotte's Web. Why?
Because I hated Charlotte's Web. And she was reading Charlotte when she was like, okay, class, time to read Charlotte's Web. I would be like, nope, I'm out, and I would make kamachis.
Oh my god.
I would make kamachis, and she didn't like do anything about it. And like the third day, like 2 other kids joined me, and the teacher was like, what are you doing? What are you guys like doing? And we go, and one of the kids pipes up, and he looks at the teacher, and he goes, we're making kamachi. And it's just like, oh my god, why did I do that? But okay, that's it.
Okay, One more story from me, and then we'll get to this supposedly amazing story from Owen. This one's
It's really
actually
good.
this one's actually quite short. This is also from this fabled after daycare. Aftercare.
Daycare.
Daycare. Okay.
Night care.
Night. Okay. So I just got there, and I forget what the owner of the house's name was. It was like Marsha or something.
No,
Let's
it
just.
wasn't. It definitely wasn't Marsha.
I think it was Mary or Marsha.
I think
Just for the sake of the story, I'm gonna call her Marsha because
no. Marsha did not own the house though. Marsha was the one with the red hair.
Okay.
She was the mean one. I think it was Mary who owned the
All right.
house.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just say, for the sake of the story, it's Mary.
Because I think
And
Marsha still works there though.
yeah. And so
I didn't like her.
we're standing at the porch. We're standing at the porch of the building. You're there. I don't know if you remember Huckleberry. I don't remember if you remember Huckleberry, but he was there. It was you, me.
His name was Huckleberry?
Yes.
What the heck?
So it's you, me, Mary, Huckleberry, and we're sitting on the porch and we're watching the sky. And note, this was another segment of my journey of autistic delve-ins to topics. I was into weather at that time. And so I'm looking at the clouds. There's a thunderstorm going on. And, you know, naturally, I was both in awe and terrified at the same time. And so, like, a couple of lightning flashes hit. And so I was like, this is so cool. And that, yes, I'm still alive. I'm recording a podcast. I'm answering my mother. So.
Did she ask if you were alive?
Yep. And so then, like, the third or fourth lightning / thunder hit, I was scared. I screamed. I jumped off the porch. Don't know why I jumped off the porch, because I had to go inside. We all went inside. It was like a really bad storm. And actually, my mom had to pick me up during the hours that this daycare was active. And then we go to Tops in this freaking rainstorm. We go to Tops.
She had to pick you up because you were being a little brat about the storm?
Because
insane.
No, because the storm was so bad. Because the storm was so bad, she thought she might as well pick me up. So we go to Tops in this freaking monsoon. And my mom goes outside for a second and then comes right back because it's so bad outside. Drives me back to the daycare.
Why?
Drops me back off.
What?
And then like a couple hours pass, the storm is gone, and then she picks me back up again.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then we went to go eat Smart Yogurt.
Smart Yogurt! Why did all
Froyo stores are dead.
In the district that we live in, why all of the frozen yogurt places just shut down spontaneously?
Like there was one at the town mall, there was one downtown.
Yeah, there was one called. No, I'm thinking there was one called Hoopla. There was Hoopla.
Yeah, I think that was the one near the Zoom Tan.
That was the one near the Zoom Tan and the PetSmart, I think. It was one like around the
only other place you can get Froyo is Sweet Frog over in Vestal.
There's this mall that's like and there's another place. There's this mall that I'm not gonna say because podcast, but there's this mall that's like couple like from where we are right now, it would take probably like a couple hours, not couple hours, but like maybe half an hour to an hour to drive there.
I could go to the other place I mentioned in like 45 minutes.
Yeah, well, it would take like around 45 minutes too. So you go into the mall and they have this like, well, they have a like a one of those like a regular frozen yogurt shop, and there's like this Jamba Juice, and near the Jamba Juice there is a frozen yogurt stand that's completely automated, and it's like this robot arm like goes whee, and it like sprinkles on your ingredients
It goes
and
whee.
like pipes out the frozen yogurt, and then like does the thingies, and then does all the things, and then it puts this in, and then it puts it in this, it conceals it for a while, and then this little hatch, this hidden hatch opens, and it's like your frozen yogurt's inside, and it's like all rainbowy and glittery and like crazy, and it's like wow 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 when you pull it out, it's just like a regular frozen yogurt.
Okay, that counts as a story.
Oh yes, story.
That counts as a story.
This is
that counts as a story.
Best one. Last story.
All right.
Somebody tried to murder me in kindergarten. Not even exaggerating. It was a kid. I don't know what I did, but he goes up on the table. He's got like scissors in his hand, in like, not in like cutting position, in stabbing position.
Why?
And he's like swinging at me. He's standing on the table. He's swinging at me and screaming at me. And I tuck my head into my shirt, and he's like, what's wrong? Scared? I'm like, clearly, yes, you're swinging a sharp object at me. Like, anyways, he's like
this
swinging
is kindergarten.
at me. This is kindergarten.
This is kindergarten.
There was a kindergartner up on the table trying to stab me. And he's like swinging at me, and he almost cuts through my shirt. He gets like super close. I could like see through my shirt, and he gets like super close. And then the teacher's aide grabs him by the hood, pulls him off the table, and then drags him by the hood all the way to the counselor's office.
I'm sorry, just the image of that. Not the image of you getting slaughtered.
The whole time. He throws the scissors at me too, but they don't hit me. He absolutely crap aim.
He totally slid out of his hoodie.
He could, yeah.
But that's actually kind of scary.
Why are you like, oh my god, why? It sounds like you're rooting for the guy who tried to murder me. Like, oh my god, he could have just like totally slid out of that hoodie, man. Like,
yeah,
just,
go,
like,
Gregory.
Do better next time. God.
If Gregory could go back in time, it's the one thing he'd fix. No, but that's actually terrifying.
It was.
That is genuinely terrifying.
I still remember. I remember the shirt that I was wearing that day. It was
the shirt.
It was a stop.
It was a shirt.
I don't know why I got so mad, but it was a shirt. It was like this chimpanzee shirt, and it had like a funny little chimpanzee on it. It had like his face, and it was my favorite shirt. It was like blue and yellow and purple, and it was my favorite shirt of my chimpanzee. And I almost got murdered in it. By this this little psycho boy.
Do you remember his name? Like, I know it wasn't Gregory, but do you remember his name?
No, I do. He still goes to my school.
What's his name?
I'm not saying.
I said the name of my brother and my first grade teacher, but okay, yeah, it's totally
but
fine.
Like, what if he's listening right now?
Hey, Gregory, if that's your real name.
I doubt he'll be listening.
Thank you for not murdering my friend.
I doubt he'll be listening. His name is I shouldn't say it. I'm not going to say his name.
All right. Just for the sake of the story, we'll call him Gregory.
Well, we're not going to call him Gregory. We're going to call him
Gregory. Do you see that small vent on the floor?
Shut up. We're going to call him Mr. Jake. We're going to call him Jake.
His name is Jackson, isn't it?
It's not Jackson. I do have a Jackson in my school. He's
Jacob.
It's not Jacob.
Jake.
Stop trying. It doesn't even start with J.
Jacabre.
That starts with J. Okay.
Julio. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you.
We did it.
Yeah, we made a second episode.
My thingy.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone.